close till I get up.
Hey guys, welcome to episode 4 of AG Spill the Tea podcast series, where we talk about AG and AGTube related things and chat with incredibly hardworking AGTubers. This time I chose someone who makes amazing stop motions and movies, DancingDollphins. Welcome to the podcast. Before we start talking about making specials / movies, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about some of the videos you make?
Okay. Hi guys, I'm Olivia from DancingDollphins. That is the channel I have. And I make stop motion animation videos with my American Girl dolls.
Alright, so how do you come up with ideas for your movies?
It really totally depends on the video. Sometimes it just hits me randomly, like I'll be doing school like earlier today or yesterday, I guess. I was doing school and I I should make that a video. Or like sometimes like I'll like sit down and be like, okay, like trying to come up with a video idea and like come up with it then. But really it totally depends on the video.
Yeah, I know I've seen on your story a couple of times that you've come up with big ideas while you're making big projects.
Yeah, I do that a lot. It's kind of a problem.
Is there a certain process you go through when you make your movies?
I try to stay really organized whenever I'm making like a big movie. So like I'll try to like write everything out where like it makes sense chronologically to do it, I guess. I don't know. It kind of depends on the project, honestly, because like I don't know. I try to like do all like the writing first and like the filming and like the editing stuff like in order like that to where it's all like done, you know, if that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know. It kind of totally depends.
How long does it normally take you to make each movie?
Each movie?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the longest one that it took me 6 months. But that one,
Which one was that?
What?
Which one was that?
That was Fear Stand Down.
Ah.
But yeah, I'm also working on one right now that has taken me like 4 months, I want to say. So I don't know. It's like probably around, the shortest one took me a week. And then, so like anywhere from a week to 6 months, which is a very long time range. But yeah, I don't know. It really depends on the project and like the sets and things and like how detailed it is, you know. So.
How long did it take you to make Welcome to Lightland?
That one actually took me April through June. So like, what is that? Like 2 months?
Yeah.
But yeah.
That time when you're trying to remember what months the order that the months go in.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part about making a big movie?
I like seeing all the different steps come together and like create something. Like that's so fun to me. I'd have to say like the pre-production phase is like totally my favorite because it's like you get to like create and like make it crazy, you know, like if that makes sense. Like you like write it and have fun with it. But yeah, so I think probably like seeing all the steps come together and like create something.
What's your least favorite part about making a big movie?
Editing. I am not a fan of editing. I'm actually like, I've been editing a lot today actually because I've been working on a big movie right now actually, and I'm on the editing phase. I'm like, I don't want to edit, but like I have like 20 minutes of it I have to edit still. I'm like, I really don't want to do that, but yeah.
Especially if you're having to edit a bunch of audio files together.
Yes. It's kind of crazy. Like, ugh.
How do you make time to make your movies?
I don't know. I think it's just something that like I really prioritize because I like enjoy it so much. So like that kind of helps. I don't know. I'm also homeschooled, so I'm able to like I'm weird and I like to wake up really, really early and do my school so it's out of the way.
Like 4 a.m.?
Yeah. So yeah. So yeah, I like to do that, and then I have like a lot of time to work on them that way.
Do you go to bed early?
It depends. It totally depends.
I'd say, how do you live without sleep?
Yeah, some days it's early, some days it's not. And the days it's not, I don't typically wake up early the next day.
How do you get motivation to start filming?
That's a good question. I don't know. Filming is like, I have like a love-hate relationship with filming because like, I don't know. I like it sometimes, but I have to be in the mood to do it. And getting in the mood is kind of hard for me sometimes. So I found like just like forcing myself to be like, okay, you have 30 minutes to film like this much. So like sitting there like making myself do it, I typically get into the mood and like actually want to film towards the end of it, you know? So yeah, I found just like making myself do it is really helpful. It's not always the most fun at first.
Yeah, I remember I finished my Christmas special in like mid to late August, I think.
Yeah.
It took me like another 2 weeks just to start another stop motion. And I
Yeah.
told myself I wasn't leaving my Christmas decorations up for longer than 6 months or for 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
How do you write your scripts?
Well, do you mean like how what am I saying? Do you mean like what do you mean?
Like, just how do you do it?
I use a script writing software called Final Draft, which is like a script writing software. And for a long time, I didn't use that, but as I've gotten into it more, I've started to like realize like, oh, like that's actually like really helpful because it kind of like formats it for you as you go, which is like so fun. I don't know. I'm like really into script writing, so like it's so fun for me. But yeah, for a long time, I used just like Pages and like Google Docs and stuff to write them, but script writing is so fun.
Yeah, I just use a notebook, and then when I want stuff in the middle, I try to guess how long it is and try to put it in the middle, and then it like sort of runs off into the next line.
Yeah, I used to write in notebooks too. Notebooks are fun.
Yeah. I don't know how long I've had my current one for. Probably several years.
Yeah, it's so fun to go back and like look through them. I was just doing that the other day.
Or even to see like your handwriting over the years. Like, man, my handwriting was sloppy back then.
Yeah.
And I have a feeling that in like 2 or 3 years from now, my hand, I'm going to be the same way.
Yeah, it's fine.
How do you get motivation to keep filming?
Like what I was saying earlier, like just kind of making yourself do it. I found like to keep filming, like listening to music or like depending on what I'm filming, if it's something crazy, then no. But sometimes like I'll watch a movie or TV show or something while I film. It totally depends on what I'm filming though, because I get distracted easily sometimes if I do that. But yeah, so that kind of helps like me like stay focused on filming. But sometimes I just like sometimes it doesn't work.
Yeah, I remember one time when I was filming a morning routine, like I had my Christmas tree set up. It was the one that I was talking about a few minutes ago. And like from where the camera was set up and the Christmas tree was set up, because I didn't want to move the Christmas tree, I was like wedged in this tiny little spot.
That's funny.
Yeah. Do you film with your sister a lot?
We actually don't film together a whole lot. I mean, she's been really busy lately, so she hasn't really had time to film in general. But yeah, we actually have only filmed together very few times, actually. Like, it's kind of strange. We probably should film together more often. But yeah, I don't know. We brainstorm ideas together a lot, though.
Do you ever like to listen to music or something to keep yourself entertained while filming?
Yeah, I do that all the time. It's weird for me not to listen to music while I film.
Yeah. Like the last time I tried an audio book. Do you know what like playaways are?
No, I don't.
So they're like these little players, like about the size of an iPhone, like 5 or 6, that you just put some headphones and batteries into, and you listen to an audiobook that way.
That's
so
cool.
I did that, and so that was when I was recovering from my ear surgery, and so I had 2 earbud options. I had Apple earbuds, which have the port of a like iPhone 5 and higher, and then like just regular off-brand ones. So I had to use the off-brand ones, and that audiobook was so quiet. It drove me crazy because I like my music to be loud.
Yeah. That's funny.
Is there anything you do to stay motivated while filming?
Kind of like I said before, like listening to music, occasionally like watching like a movie or something while I film. Other than that, really no. I mean, sometimes I'll watch AGTube while I do it, which I find like super inspiring. But sometimes I get distracted with that because I'm like, oh, this is cute. Like I can't like focus on filming.
Yeah, like that's why I do like music, is because I can't get distracted. Like if I'm doing like AGTube or even like Netflix or Disney Plus, I get more interested in actually watching the video than filming.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, like I like how she did that. Like,
wait, what did she do again?
Yeah.
And then like next thing I know, 5 minutes later, I'm still watching the
Yeah.
video and haven't filmed anything.
Yeah.
How many frames per second do you shoot in?
I found, okay, so for a long time I did like 15 frames per second, but now I'm like doing more like 17 to 21-ish. It kind of depends on what the scene is though. Like it depends on how patient I am when I'm filming. Yeah.
Do the ones with more dolls get to be faster or slower?
They tend to be a lot less smooth, so a lot slower because I don't have enough patience to move a billion balls.
Me neither. Like even when I'm filming my Christmas special, at the end they come in for a group hug.
Mhm.
And so my version was a group hug, was them just making a circle around the main doll. Because I was too lazy to actually make them go in for a real doll group hug.
Yeah.
And dolls kept falling over. It was so annoying.
It's not fun.
How do you figure out how many photos to take?
I don't know. I think it kind of just comes with practice, and I'm still not very good at it. But like, I don't know. Like what I used to do is I used to like speak the line and like kind of count how many seconds the line took me to say it, like how I would record it when I was editing, you know? And then like figure out like, okay, like if I film at like 15 pictures per second, then it takes this many seconds, it's 15 times whatever. And like, I got very mathematical about it. I don't really do that anymore though, because that just takes too much time and I don't really care about that. I'm like, yeah, it'll work. But yeah, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I kind of like picture them saying it. I honestly don't really have like a way I do it. I just kind of do it and hope for the best.
Yeah, when I used to do it, I used to think, okay, I think it's going to be about 2 to 2.5 words of me saying it per photo, and so I do it that way.
Mhm.
But then I was like just trying to guess on how many frames per second would be. That
Mhm.
did not work very well at all.
Yeah.
So now I just record it and multiply it by 10.
Mhm. Yeah, I find myself like copying and pasting whenever they're short, and I'll like
Yeah.
to make it fit, like speeding it up, and yeah, a lot of that's in editing.
That's sometimes what I do. Like that's the nice thing about stop motioning is you could just copy and paste video clips.
Yeah.
Is there a certain order you like to film scenes in?
Well, I think for me it depends on like if it's a movie or like a normal stop motion. Like for movies, I always try to film them like in all of the scenes in that one set, so I don't have to like keep building and taking down the set. So like for movies, I film them way out of order. But then like for normal stop motions, if it's just like in the dollhouse, then I will like film them how they're actually supposed to be, typically.
How long do you usually film for at a time?
I don't know. It depends on the day. The longest I've filmed for was 18 straight hours, which is a record
Wow.
I yet to break. But so
How did you film for that long straight?
I don't honestly know. I pulled an all-nighter that night. I was like, okay, I'm just gonna film the whole movie in one sitting, and it worked. But like, I don't know if that was really smart. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. Typically, like maybe like 2 hours ish, maybe. I don't know. It really depends.
Yeah, I think for me, like if I have music, I can easily like just keep going.
Mhm. Yeah.
Until I just get really bored.
Yeah.
And start getting more distracted than filming.
Yeah.
Do you like to have a goal for when the movie should be done filming?
Yeah, I'm a really goal-oriented person, so like I try to set goals for like everything. But so yeah, I try to set goals for like when certain aspects of the thing like movie should be done and like stuff. And they're not always met, but sometimes they are.
Yeah, I remember for my Christmas special, I think I tried to do it in a week, and then like I either lost count or didn't do it or both. So then that didn't really work.
Yeah. It can be yeah, it's hard to set accurate like goals like for that. It's like, yeah, I mean, you know, it'll get done when it gets done.
Especially if you're like, all right, I think maybe I filmed half a day. I'm not sure. How far in advance do you like to film things like your Christmas special that have to be out by a certain date?
Okay, well, Christmas specials I've made like, I don't remember how many I've made actually, but like I always get inspired for Christmas specials in like August or July. So I always end up making them early because I just like want to make them. But like this year I haven't even thought about one. So like, I don't even know. So yeah, I don't know if I make them early, it's not really like calendar wise. Like I don't make them so that I make them early, if that makes sense. And I always end up making them early because I just am inspired to make them then. It would be smart to make it early intentionally.
What's your favorite part about filming?
I like seeing like a doll like come to life because like and like the story that you create, like it's so cool to me like to see it like actually like come to life. I think that's probably my favorite part.
What's your least favorite part about filming?
When they fall over. And not full set over, that's my least favorite part.
Especially if you're filming with a billion dolls.
Yes. Oh, that's the worst. I was filming outside. I was filming outside. It was like the worst filming experience I've ever had. The other day, or I guess it was like a couple weeks ago, I was filming outside and it was like I had to film this specific scene, which was a long scene. It was like 6 pages long.
Wow.
And it was really long. It had like 13 dolls outside and the mosquitoes were so bad. I was like being eaten alive and it was like about to rain and I was losing daylight and they kept falling over. And I was like, I'm never going to finish the scene. But yeah, it was really bad. But yeah.
When I was doing that group scene one, like I tried to do it like, all right, I'll finish filming this scene, then I'll go film something else for something not even related to AGTube. And then I'll go to my Zoom meeting and then eventually by like 3, which was, I think it's like 10 minutes till the Zoom meeting was at 3, I was like, all right, dude, I'm just gonna go ahead and film this other thing. The stop motion can wait till later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you remember to film behind the scenes content for behind the scenes videos?
I don't. I have a hard time remembering. And I either have a hard time remembering or video and like get too much behind the scenes footage. It's like there's never a balance, but it's just
like all or nothing.
Yeah. And sometimes like I'll get like I always get the boring parts of like I always remember to like get footage like when I'm doing like really boring parts of it. I'm like,
like what?
Like I'm like, do they really care if they will like see me edit? Like it's more fun to do like a time lapse while you're filming. Like, you know, like that's more fun. But like I only remember whenever I'm doing the boring parts. So, it's kind of a struggle. I'm still trying to get better at that.
Have you ever had to tear your room apart as in move a bunch of furniture to film a bit of a scene?
Yes. I did that whenever I was filming last month. I think I was filming last month. I don't know. The movie I'm working on, I can't even keep track of when I've done what. But yeah, no, I found that like filming on long like card tables is like super, super helpful because then you can like sit at a chair and not be like all like curled over on the floor and film because it's just like easier to film for a long time. I don't know.
Or even like hunch over your back so that then your back is stuck in the same position for a while.
Yeah. So yeah, I move my room around a lot whenever I'm filming big projects because I pull out the card table and stick it in here. I definitely do that a lot.
How do you figure out what dolls you're going to use during the movie? Like as characters?
I think, well, for movies, I typically don't use like my doll's characters. So like it really just depends on how I'm picturing them. I'm like, well, okay, like maybe like brown hair or like I don't know, like and for like then like for like the friends or like secondary characters, I'm like, okay, like who contrasts this doll? Like I don't know. It just kind of falls into place, I guess. I don't know. And it like if it's character like my doll characters, like the ones that they actually like are, if that makes sense, that really didn't make sense. But like if it's my doll family with their like assigned characters that they are, then like I just figure out like who fits that plot best with their personality, I guess. If that makes any sense. I don't know if that made any sense, but yeah.
How do you pick out clothes for your dolls to wear?
I try to base that off of their personalities, kind of, to like where they're like dressed to how they are. I guess, I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. I find them wearing the same outfits a lot. Like,
yeah, for me, I just choose like cute outfits, like especially my Christmas special where I needed like I think it was like 20 long like winter clothes. Like at that point, it was like basically all the winter clothes in my closet.
yeah.
Like at some point, it just becomes all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you ever have multiple dolls wear the same outfit at different points in the movie?
Surely. I'm sure I do, but I can't think of an example right now. I know for a fact I have. But I think that Christmas movie in 2018, I think it was, almost all of the characters wore the same outfit at one point. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to make the dolls not wear the same outfits.
I try not to too, but sometimes it's just like, well, this is a cute outfit and you're a background character. It doesn't matter. Like,
Or I mean, if it's like something little, like shoes, and it's like about family, I can just be like, oh, well, the girl just borrowed some shoes from her mom.
yeah. Oh yeah, shoes I use like on every doll, like all the time. Like you know, shoes don't matter. But yeah.
If the family is about, or if the movie is about family other than your doll family, do you like to have them look similar or not?
I've tried. I've only had, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying. My brain's all over the place. I try to make them look similar, like ish. I guess I don't know. It kind of also just depends on like what I'm picturing, like each character looking like. Which typically I picture them looking similar. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Short answer, yes, I think so.
Yeah, I'm glad that I have like several dolls with like brown hair and like kind of similar eyes, because then they look the same.
Yeah.
Have you ever noticed your doll's limbs getting loose after making AGSMs with them?
Not particularly. I know like some of my dolls are looser than others, but I haven't really noticed that like because of the stop motion or anything. But yeah, so no, not really.
I know it's definitely harder to film with looser limbs.
Yeah. Yeah, they like to fall over a lot more.
Or even the arms are harder to move.
Yeah. I have a couple dolls that you have to like twist them weird to make them stay.
Or even just like move it higher, like high enough up that it won't fall.
Yeah.
Who's the doll you film with the most?
Who's the doll I film with the most?
Uh-huh.
Well, lately that would probably be Hazel because she's playing the main character in the movie I'm making. But like other than that, usually I don't film with her a lot.
Which one's Hazel?
My Mia doll.
Ah.
But usually I don't film with her a lot. I film with Lindy a lot, who is just like you, 24. I find I film with her probably the most.
Who's the doll you film with the least?
Probably Emily. I don't know why, but I rarely film with her.
Yeah, I think I was just realizing the other day that I don't really film with Cecile that much, probably because of how loose her limbs are.
Oh, yeah.
I feel like if their limbs are looser, it's harder to film with. So then if you have a bunch of other dolls, it's a lot easier to find a spot.
Yeah, that's what I found with like my doll Hazel. Like she's probably one of the looser ones that I have, and so like I rarely film with her because I'm like, hey, like you're kind of annoying to film with. Like, yeah.
Is there a certain way you like to record voiceovers?
I'm kind of in the middle of transitioning my voiceover parts. I don't know what I'm saying. Because like typically I just record them straight into my editor from my laptop. But like my laptop doesn't have the best microphone. And recently, I actually like bought a microphone, and I can't remember what it's called, but but that is a much better microphone than my laptop microphone, so it's easier. It's not. What am I saying? My words are all over the place. I'm sorry. But yeah, it's better audio, so I'm probably going to like stop using my laptop audio and move over to that. But I don't know. For right now, I'm still using my laptop audio.
Yeah, I don't like filming out of my laptop audio because I'm such a quiet speaker. So then it barely picks me up.
Oh, yeah.
So for my Christmas special, I just used voice memos on my phone and airdropped it over to my computer.
Oh, yeah. Voice memos worked really good for audio, too.
Yeah. Especially since I can hold it up like right near my mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, I've done that several times, and it's really, really helpful.
Like, I think I also tried the microphone on my mom's Bluetooth headphones, and that also didn't work well.
Yeah.
What's the next special / movie you're going to be working on?
Well, I'm working on one right now. That actually I'm hoping to be out next Saturday, actually.
I think you keep saying that.
Yeah, I know it's really bad, but the date keeps changing, and it's my fault. But it is going to be out this Saturday. It is. I'm close-ish, closer than I have been to finishing it. I just have editing left, so I have a lot of editing to do. But it will be out this Saturday. And yeah, so that's the next one. And then I don't know. I have several ideas, but I kind of like have too many movie ideas for the next one. So I'm like, maybe just like calm down for a second and think this through. But yeah, so I don't really know about like the next one, but like the next one I'm working on is Camp Eagle, which is the name of the one that I'm gonna upload next Saturday.
What's the next movie you're going to post?
This Camp Eagle one. Yeah.
How much more editing do you have left to do on that?
I think I've edited roughly around 3 minutes, but I don't think it's fully edited. I've edited this one really weirdly compared to how I normally do. Like I was like, oh, I would edit this scene, but it's in the middle of the movie, so I'm gonna go ahead and edit it. Like I was really not thinking it through. So I don't know actually how much longer I have left to edit. All I know is like it should be roughly around like 23, 25 minutes ish. So yeah, I think I probably have about a little over 20 minutes left to edit.
How do you usually edit your videos?
I usually edit them like chronologically, like to where like the first scene, like second scene, whatever. But yeah, I didn't do it this way and that way this time, and I probably should have because now I'm all confused on where I'm like, what in the world am I doing?
How are you editing it this time?
I'm kind of just like, oh, like this scene sounds fun. I want to edit this scene right now, and then like, wait, that's scene 18. I haven't gotten that far. Like, yeah. So
how many scenes are there total in that movie?
33, I believe.
So like halfway through the movie?
Yeah. But really, I haven't even edited the first couple scenes. So I'm like, there's no telling how many, like, I don't know. I did it really weird.
Maybe you should start editing it chronologically.
Yeah, that's what I was doing the other day. I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start with 1 now and just catch up to where I was before. So that's what I'm doing now, but it's still confusing.
Thank you so much for agreeing to be on the podcast. Before we go, do you have any videos you want to promote on your channel?
Well, first off, thank you so much for having me. This has been so much fun. And no, not really. But yeah, so thank you so much for having me. This is really, really cool.
Thank you so much for listening to episode 4 of AG Spill the Tea. And thank you, Olivia, for being on here. Make sure you come back next time to hear about more amazing AGTubers and AG news. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll see you next time. Bye!